At least 3 tip passes by the Stampeders. Vaughn lets it bounce into his hands and content to hang out of the football, wrapped up by Johnny Harris. Whoa! This is a little silly down there. Eric Johnson in the middle of things.
Eric Johnson got up with Marvin Coleman, and the gloves were on the ice.
They dropped the gloves.
They were swinging them.
Leafs Flames at McMahon tonight.
Now, Ty,
you gotta be silly to swing at a guy wearing a helmet and a face mask, don't you?
Ty Domi is a buddy of Don Matthews and kicked the field goal in the exhibition game, and I think he's given some lessons to some of these guys, because that looked like...
This does look an awful lot like a hockey scrum after the fight, doesn't it, as they pull the combatants apart?
Looks like a Ty Domi fight there.
Want to see it again?
Well,
I do.
I'd love to.
We'll show you at least how it started.
Well, here's the fists are flying. A couple overhead rights. I think Coleman came with an undercut.
Rough play disqualification. Calgary 17. Objectionable conduct. Calgary 2.
There they go. 1 to each dressing room. Coleman and Johnson. An early shower.
Well, let's take one more look. I mean, the tackle on the sideline, okay, nothing happened here, but just to the right of your screen. Here it goes. Looking here, drop the gloves, with hand to the face, back comes, and then the right. Bang, right hand, left hand. Right hand there to the
You're
chin.
good. You're really good at this.
I love that.
No biting of the ear, however.
Wow.
So it was a clean fight.
It was a clean fight, but both are disqualified because wrong sport.
Split decision, though.
Yeah.
Robert Drummond shaken up a couple of times tonight. They are working on his elbow over there on the Argonaut bench. I think that injury might have happened quite some time ago. Garcia rolling. He's picked out. Exactly what you didn't want him to do. Johnny Harris. Weren't you saying that was the last thing he should be doing?
Yeah.
And he did it.
Well, I mean,
sometimes they just don't listen.
There's 5:20 left. You know, Jeff Garcia, who's been making great decisions all game, makes a bad one here because he really doesn't need to force anything in here. And Johnny Harris, who comes across and makes a nice diving catch on the interception. But Jeff Garcia knows that that was a ball he shouldn't have thrown, because now the Argos have a chance for a quick strike.
Second down, Argos. Goal to go at the 3. Flutie stumbling. He has the touchdown. A connection with Mike Pinball Clemens. So the Argos inch a little closer, but they may be out of time. 1:30 to go.
They're going to go for 1, then it'll be onside kick team. Calgary Stampeders will put on what they call their hands team, and Clemens, who's had a good game returning, had that punt return for a touchdown, comes up with a little turnaround move to pick up the touchdown right there. It always amazes me how Flutie can get that ball through there. A little sidearm under someone's armpit, I think, that one.
Vanderjack adds 1 more. The Argos are within 10. 45-35. Things are possible. But as mentioned prior to that touchdown, they had to score 3 times. Now they need a touchdown and a field goal to tie Calgary. As a Toronto Argonaut, in the ballpark, he made victories seem like second nature as a member of the Calgary Stampeders.
Well, there's 2 games left this week in the Canadian Football League. Of course, we have both, but Jeff Garcia's got to be a front runner for Offensive Player of the Week already. He had a great game.
On the other side of things, Paul Masadi had a big night and moved into second place on the Argos all-time list in career passing yards. As far as career passing yards are concerned, slip past Terry Greer, but he's got a ways to go to catch up to D.K. Smith. Here's your hero, folks, player of the game. Calgary Stampeder quarterback Jeff Garcia for a 10-point win over the Argonauts.